They ask that I screencast this. So guys, I'm now recording this. I will post this online. And if you would like to then do this on your own, you can follow along and do this with your own grades. So guys, let me set the scenario for you. This student, it's a girl, she has an A- in the class. She has an A- in the class. She would like to get an A in the class. Now guys, understand what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate what she needs in the class to get an A on the final. But guys, understand that the process that I'm about to show you works when you have weighted grade classes, like we have homework labs and tests. Guys, this process does not work if your teachers go straight points. There's another way to do it, but this isn't it. But guys, understand, in college, most of your college science professors will use weighted grades. Typically, it's quizzes and tests. Typically, they don't grade homework. It'll be quizzes and tests. But at any rate, this then, guys, is how to figure this out. So, can you read those sort of a little bit? So guys, in order for you to be able to carry out this process, you need to be able to conceptualize how a weighted grade system works. So guys, the way that this works is this. Each one of these categories has points associated with it. Homework is 15% of your grade, labs are 30, and then tests are 55. Those obviously add up to 100, right? So, what you're trying to do is chase points. You are trying to get the number of points in these categories to add up to the grade that you want. So this particular student wants an A. She wants a 94%. So the question is this: how many points does she need on the final so that the points that she earned in homework, labs, and tests all add up to 94%? Well, guys, in order to figure that out, the first thing you've got to do is this. Figure out how many points you've earned in the other categories. Caden, you're not in your living room. Put your foot down. So guys, you've got to figure out how many points you've earned in these other categories. So she has nailed homework. She's 70 out of 70, which is 100%, but that's 100% of what? Not 0.15. She's 100% of 15 grade points. So she has earned 15 of her 94 points by doing well on her homework. Does that make sense? Okay. Now guys, what about in labs? Well, 30 points are up for grabs, but she hasn't earned them all. She has earned 155 out of 160 points. You take 155 divided by 160, Skyward does the math for you, that's 96.88%. But that's 96.88% of what? 30 points. That is 29.06 points. So what does this mean? Well, what this means is in homework and labs, by adding these up, she has earned 44.06% of the 94 points that she wants to get an A. You okay with me to there? Because guys, you're about to find out why the extra credit that I offered to you was wildly inappropriate. How much extra credit did you get for reviewing for the final or the SAGE test? 3%. Well, it's 16 test points, but it's 3%. Guys, where do we add the 3%? Right here. Guys, those are grade points. It's ridiculous. So, she actually has 47.06 of the 94 points that she needs to get an A. So now what we've got to figure out is how many more points does she need? So what are we going to do? Subtract. So 94 minus 47.06. This will tell us how many more points she needs. So 94 minus 47.06 is 46.94 points. So guys, she needs, let's just call it 47. She needs 47 more points. Where can she get those 47 points? Tests. But how many points are up for grabs in tests? 55. So she needs 46.94 points, and there are 55 points possible. So we take 46.94, divide that by 55, and that tells us that she needs 85.54% of the points that are up for grabs in tests. So she needs an 85% test average to get an A in the class. Not yet. The number of points she needs, 46.94 divided by 55, which is the number of points possible. Okay, so now guys, we know that she needs an 85% test average. So she needs 85% of the test points. But guys, after we've taken the final, how many test points will there be? 300. 3 100-point tests. So she needs 85.54% of 300 points. That is 257 points. Of those 257 points that she needs, how many has she already earned? Well, she got a 98 on one test, and she got an 83 on an earlier test, and we subtract those. So 257 minus 98 minus 83, she needs 76 points out of the 100 points that are available on the final. So she needs a 76% on the final in order to get an A in the class. Does that make sense? Understand that's not 76 points. That's 76% of the points. So she needs a 76% on the final. Just a second.